So it's been 2 weeks since HalloLAN. Almost exactly 2 weeks. Oh, is my stream deck gonna work? Oh, it is. I have not streamed at all since then, and I thought that if it was gonna be a while before I streamed, it would be because of OBS issues, the fact that it was freezing constantly during HalloLAN. It's not. I got sick, and I'm still sick 2 weeks later. I think this is the longest I've ever been sick in years. So the first few days after HalloLAN, I would kind of be waking up with a splitting headache. I wouldn't be able to sleep because I was constantly in a cold sweat. I was constantly coughing up a lung. It was not great. And things like the splitting headache and cold sweat while trying to sleep, that's done. Like, I can get about my day-to-day and I can actually like concentrate on things again. But I'm still coughing. It's been 2 weeks. It's starting to alleviate here. And I figured like, oh, I'll just like do some stream stuff when I'm like fully better. But I've been keeping myself busy the past couple weeks with doing content for the channel that isn't like direct stream stuff. I've been working on a lot of video editing, a few projects for the channel. I've actually been making really good progress, but I've gotten to the point now where I can't progress anymore until I record more segments. Like, the stuff that I had narrated or recorded before getting sick is done. It's all edited down now, which means I need to like narrate new stuff. And I am at the point now where it's like, okay, my voice is mostly back to normal. Is pretty much the case here. There were some segments of one video I was working on where I would sometimes need to make like little additional notes or corrections, and I would re-record that, and I would listen back to it and be like, oh, that doesn't sound great. And that's past. Like, I think I'm mostly back to feeling like okay voice-wise now, but I'm still not feeling 100%. Stop being sick. I'll try to stop being sick here. How's it going today, Mythic? And also, Mortis, I greatly appreciate the 44-month resub. Sorry that I responded to your message in the general chat, like, what was that, 3 days later, 4 days later? Like, man, I'm a super on top of things content creator, aren't I? When someone's sending me a message, huh? Like, I've just kind of been absorbed in the video editing world here and just not been paying much attention to much else. Also, Mythic in the days since when I got sick ended up gifting me what was it? Placid Plastic Duck Simulator on Steam. And during the times that I was really sick and could barely concentrate on anything, I was thinking about like booting it up and just being like, I don't know what the heck else to do, and like just playing through it on my own time. But shortly after that, I started feeling well enough to actually concentrate, and I was like, I'm going hard on video editing now. And that's what I've just been doing for the past a little bit under a couple weeks. Was the case. Placid Plastic Duck Simulator is great for illness and you don't have to do it a lot. Yeah, I figured so. Is my chat off? It is. Whoops. I guess it was from like recording segments where I didn't want like anything to like randomly show up. Not like there's all that great of likelihood of anyone randomly showing up in chat when I'm not streaming, but like it has happened to me before. So so yeah, there's that. And also, when it comes to Final Fantasy 16, I just want to give an update for this series really quickly, because after HalloLAN, the content for this playthrough was really strained, really quite problematic. So it was right around the time that OBS decided to freeze my entire computer at HalloLAN. Like, it is the most technical issues I've ever run into at a gaming event that I've gone to. My computer kept freezing just by having OBS open, not even streaming. And I eventually solved it by downloading Streamlabs OBS. Like, I went to the dark side. My place in heaven has been forsaken. So I just set up a basic layout on that, and I streamed on that. And that seemed to work without freezing my computer. But one, I didn't realize that Streamlabs OBS defaulted to 720p, not 1080p. So it was only the Sunday morning of HalloLAN that I ended streaming and started again and switched to 1080p in the middle of this playthrough here. And the first time I started shooting with Slobs, it did a weird thing where the audio was played at normal time and normal speed, but the video was slowed down. It was at almost exactly half speed, actually, which meant that as the stream went on, it got more and more out of sync with the audio. Like, it didn't take long for what was happening audio-wise to be completely different from what was happening in slow motion video-wise. Like, they were completely separate things. And I didn't realize that at the time, and went through the event just thinking that everything was a-okay and just fine. And I found out later in post-production, shortly after HalloLAN, that because of that, the thing that I started streaming, Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, during that stream, I have all the footage of. I just need to speed it up to make it in sync with the audio. But then Final Fantasy 16, I had like, what was it, 10 to 15 minutes of over an hour worth of content. So, so I upload that as like part 52.5, I believe, where it's just audio. You have to use your imagination. But I didn't want to have a section that was just audio. So I went and loaded an old save file that was a decent ways back. And while I was sick to keep myself occupied, I played this game, and I got myself all the way caught up. I set it to like the story mode, the easy mode, and just bum rush through. And I had to do like half of my progress over again, just to get up to that point, to get video of the 1 hour of stuff that I had audio of only earlier. And yeah, that was fun. And then at HalloLAN, I ended the stream here, where I chatted with Goots to end this quest, so I can just go ahead and skip this. And then there was like a cutscene here where it's like, yeah, we set out to do like the next story objective, and then it puts us on the world map. Okay, we've seen this happened at the end of HalloLAN. I don't remember exactly what happened here. It looks faintly familiar. I think I sort of remember what happened. I was half asleep and like stressed out at the time. Okay, this is a little bit familiar. So I got through those cutscenes, and I got to the world map here, and I was like, okay, next time I stream, I can resume from this point here. There's no menu button on the world map. You can't save here. So I was like, oh, it's fine. It auto-saves me all the time. And I forgot that by loading an old save file and going all the way through half the game again, that it would overwrite my auto-saves with the more recent stuff with the stuff that I'm redoing. So I lost my autosave, and I lost the crap that I did at HalloLAN, and so I had to load my most progressed actual save file and redo that again too. So since the last time I streamed this game, I have replayed half of it a second time, and while I was sick, I wasn't entirely sure what to be doing at first, so that's the first thing that I did. Is I replayed through half of Final Fantasy 16. So I've played a lot of this game at this point. And the second thing I did, I was like, okay, let's do my final Tartarus grind in Persona 3 Reload now, because that's where I left off. And I started grinding a decent bit, and I got the major arcana cards that I wanted to like make my final builds and finish the game. And I started fusing a bunch of Personas together to fill my Pokedex, fill my Persona compendium. And I started getting it pretty filled, and I started getting, like, pretty broke. And I was like, well, I don't know how long I'm gonna end up being sick, like, how much time I'm gonna have to be able to invest into just grinding money here to be able to get, like, the final Personas that I want, and all it really changes is the amount of time that I put in. So, I actually ended up cheating for the first time in that game, just to get monies, just to save on grind time. And I made my final Personas, and I was like, well, let's try taking on the super boss just to make sure that I can do it, and then I can do it on stream. And then if I can't do it on stream, then I also have a recording of me doing it, because apparently the super boss is really hard. So I took on the super boss, and holy crap, it was really, really hard. It wasn't as hard as something like Octopath Traveler 2 Galdera, and I did eventually beat it after a lot of hours of trying. I was like, hey, great, I did it, I know it can be done now. Fantastic. And hopefully I'm gonna stop being sick soon and I can actually stream and finish things off. Week and a half later, and I'm still sick and I'm coughing from time to time. So I just started going ham on video editing on some different projects that I had around here. One of which was for something that isn't actually this channel here, this Twitch/YouTube channel. At the beginning of the year, well, not quite the beginning of the year, after my final semester of university, I made a little poll in the Discord server saying like, hey, I'm doing all this crazy gardening stuff of like combining different species of plants together, and I'm working on an antique truck. Is that something anyone would be interested in seeing? There was a decent few people that were like, yeah, might be interested in seeing that. So I was like, okay, well, I may as well take my phone camera with me and record as I'm doing these things and maybe make some videos from time to time. So I fully edited my video on tomatoes, where I combined tomatoes and potatoes onto one plant through grafting. And it's a nearly 2-hour video. So I got that completely put together. So I guess tomorrow will be like my first upload of a new channel, which is kind of cool. But like just because like gardening content is not remotely related to gaming, it wouldn't make sense for me to put it on my main channel here. It'd be like too far removed. But I don't think that regular uploads are ever happening on that channel. I think uploads are only going to happen on that channel when I do cool new things that are like super niche that barely anyone's done, or things that no one's done yet. Like tomatoes that are super niche and there's only like a few videos on YouTube on at all, and nothing that's like super in-depth that shows like the entire process and how to do it. So I'll probably only make videos on that channel from time to time when I feel like I actually have something meaningful to contribute, and I don't know how often that's gonna be. So brand new channel tomorrow. That the next time I upload on after that is gonna be who knows when. It might not be for a great many months, but it'll just be like a place that I can archive and put stuff like that. And then like maybe I'll work on some video stuff for my Fargo at some point, because I have been recording stuff with that. So I made like a full nearly 2-hour tomato video. Got busy with that. Acoustic Cardonia, that's right. If only I called the channel that. I could probably rename it, but I think I just called it what was it? Harmonic Gardens, I think. I actually made the channel many months ago. I just haven't made any content on it before, so I'll upload it to that. But because it's not a partnered channel, I can't control the ads on it, and I really hope that YouTube doesn't just like autofill it with a bazillion ads, and I might just upload the same video unlisted to my main channel and link it in the description to be like, hey, if you want to watch it ad-free, then here you go. I don't know if that would like destroy the video in the algorithm because it keeps on detecting that people click off, but like, I don't know. So that's the update on where I've been. And after 2 weeks, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like, how the heck has my cough lasted this long? You can't see it, but I have like a whole bunch of wrappers of cough candies all over my desk. And I figure like, you know what, screw it. Let's just do a little bit of a stream at this point. If I end up feeling really sick, it'll be a short stream. If I start feeling better, then hey, maybe by getting into the normal swing of things here, it tricks my body into thinking that I'm fine. And out of the 3 main games that I have going on right now, of Final Fantasy 16, Persona 3 Reload, and Mario and Luigi Brothership, this is the most, like, sitting around and watching cutscenes. So this is, like, the best one for me to, like, spend some time using cough candies and drinking water and stuff like that. But it feels like there's dust in the back of my throat. It's kind of what it feels like. Anyway, let's go watch a cutscene so I can cough with my mic muted.
One would never guess that these people stood on the brink of war.
They're afraid. They turn to drink to forget their fears.
Anything you want to forget?
The second half of HoloLand 2024.
The harbor is empty, and half the market stalls too. The city may seem peaceful on the surface, but it's balanced on a knife edge. Were we to give it a nudge, it might be just the distraction we need to reach the Mother Crystal.
I thought you might say that. We should send for Gav. We'll need someone to keep the fires we start from going out.
And we can busy ourselves scheming until he gets here.
I'll send a Stolas then.
What is it, boy?
What's happening?
I don't know. Torgal.
That is one heck of a jump on that dog.
This way.
This Torgal is just on the roof there. Jessie was always able to jump super high. I remember when I was young, I'd be in this tree house in the backyard and she'd jump right into it. Okay, fire in the sky. Oh, that's a cool chapter name or level name or whatever the heck there. And hello, Hikari. I appreciate that there. Yeah, hopefully. I feel a lot better than I did like 2 weeks ago.
In the middle of town, right?
And it was funny, the Final Fantasy 16 stuff that I re-recorded was like right when my sickness stuff was starting to set in. So the stuff that I re-recorded, I felt, okay, not that one. I felt not too bad in. And then it was very shortly after I re-recorded and like fixed stuff. Where am I going? What? That I started to feel like really bad. And now it's just like annoying cough. And I'm genuinely so confused. Like the game clearly sent me this way, right? I mean, this looks like I would jump this way, but no. Wait, I'm lost. Oh. Oh. I do go this way, but just not there. Okay. Okay. But yeah, anyway, I'm here streaming for several reasons. One, I don't know, whoops, why I've been sick this long. Let's see if, like, it's all just in my head and I can get myself back into the normal swing of things and then, like, it's gonzo or something. Two is after a couple weeks here of not streaming, I'm bored and I want to play a video game. Three, I have not done any troubleshooting of OBS since the event went on. I have no idea why it kept on freezing my computer. I've recorded segments for the stuff that I've been editing through OBS, and it has not frozen my computer a single time in the past couple of weeks. So a little bit of a test stream as well to see if it actually freezes things.
But first we find goods.
And
Just hope he's all right.
was there something else? Oh yeah, and that I kind of ran out of other things that I could edit. But then at the beginning of the stream, I remembered, like, wait, there's Fargo content that I guess I could edit too. Is the case. Let's see if I remember how to play this video game. So I guess I do have, like, other footage that I've gathered that I can, whoops, dang it. I'm trying to remember, like, it's been a hot second since playing now, how I use Torgal in my combos, because that's a thing that I was practicing, like, at the beginning of me being sick, when I was in the stage of, oh, I'm not gonna be sick very long, let's play a little bit of this video game and get better at it. And now I know that I can use Torgal in combos. But yeah, the last time that I played this was when I did that little fix, and then, like, made up the progress on my main file here again that I needed to do. So it's not like it's been, like, forever ago, but it's been a little bit of a hot second, and I feel like it feels longer than it actually has been just because of, like, the state that I've been in. It's kind of the case. Oh yeah, there's Game Awards stuff. You do be right there. I've never been all that big of a fan of the Game Awards. I think the only... What? I'm trying to teleport. It's not letting me. The only thing that I've liked about the Game Awards is how it kind of helps legitimize the gaming industry as, like, a more serious kind of media. Kind of feeling like it's more on the same level as things like movies that are super celebrated. Maybe this wasn't the best idea. Because I know that, like, games' legitimacy as things like an art form is still contested for some reason. So I do like that aspect of it. But I feel like the Game Awards itself is basically just a contest of which thing is the most popular. How many people have played each of these respective games? And there's a lot of things that really make you scratch your head and go, really? That's a thing that's being nominated there? Like, Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom for Best Family Game as a nomination. Like, what? It's a single-player game. What the hell do you mean family game? Like, I can see Mario Party being on there. But Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, did they just need to put like Daddy Nintendo on there with their new Zelda game or what? Like, I don't get it. And the funniest thing is the DLC nomination. Game Wars is super controversial this year thanks to Shadow of the Erdtree, a DLC being nominated for Game of the Year. Yeah, like what? It's so weird. Like, I know everybody loves Daddy FromSoft. I mean, who doesn't at this point with the stuff that they put out? But like, really? They get special privilege and get DLC nominated as Game of the Year? Like, what? Oh man, I need to remember how to play this game. I am... Whoops. You know, after the last time, and I actually put in like the practice of trying to figure out how to combo with Torgal, I was like, I'm gonna come back to this game and my skill is gonna be like so high. People are gonna be like, whoa, Harmony is so good at that game now. Yeah, I'm definitely not in the, not in the best state here. Oh yeah, and then I do these thingamabobs. Let's do a little bit of this. I gotta remember how to play this game. I've been otherwise distracted by other things lately. Lots of editing. Yeah, this is just the easy way out, rather than using my arts and stuff. I'll just spend my bar and spam the square button. I guess there's no reason to end it early there. Gotta remember, these are the buttons that I hold. Keep my thing charged. Man. But yeah, by family game, think they mean family friendly game? Oh, is that how it's classified? I guess that would make more sense. Still seems kind of weird as like family game, quote unquote. What's your DLC is one Game of the Year if you recall? Oh, really? Man, it feels like there's like dust in the back of my throat. Like, it doesn't even feel like I'm sick anymore. It just feels like there's dust back there that I need to get out. Like, it's that kind of feeling. Is what it is. Okay, let's remember how the heck this video game works. Is what I better do real quick. I'll get into the swing of things here. And it'll be fine. Just you wait. Man. So, whoops, that is a stab to my face. Hey, how about you don't? But yeah, the whole Shadow of the Erdtree debacle has had, whoa, we're debating on what counts as a new game, trying to justify Shadow of the Erdtree being nominated as Game of the Year. Yeah. Because is it really there? Whoa. Here, let's not play this game on autopilot. Let's actually do some things here. Also for fun, orbs. Here we go. Bam, orbs. My truck is actually going not too half bad right now. Oh, man, I had some bad news with it for a while when it seemed like, yeah, this thing is out of commission and the transmission is in not all that great of a state. And I need that transmission to be driving. And I had like the shop remove the transmission for me. But my transmission is currently in the hands of my dad's friend's dad, who has experience rebuilding transmissions. And according to him, my transmission is in not that bad of a state. Apparently it is in a very, very fixable state. And it sounds like he's already ordered the parts that it needs to be replaced. Which is great. So it sounds like it is currently on track to being fixed. Which is fantastic news. So, yeah, that's great. I'm still gonna have to do some work this winter. Again, I need to figure out how to remove the fuel tank and get that cleaned. I was gonna work with my dad to try and figure out how to remove the flywheel. And I'm learning all sorts of things about vehicles working on this thing. I had no idea what the heck a flywheel was until like 2 weeks ago. But it do be important. And my dad and I were over there a couple days ago trying to figure out how to remove it. No idea how the heck to remove it. But it sounds like from this friendo that it might not even be needed to remove. Like, you might be able to fix it without needing that after all. Which would be nice there. But yeah. Well, it's not really a new game, it's a DLC. Also, Sonic Shadow Generation not getting a Best Soundtrack nomination is a crime. Yeah, I've never really played all that much Sonic games, but holy crap, their soundtracks go hard. I remember when Sonic Frontiers came out, I did listen to the full soundtrack of that game. And holy crap, it was amazing. I have not listened to the Generation soundtrack, but knowing Sonic soundtracks, I'm sure, like, it is an absolute banger. So if it's not on there for Soundtrack of the Year, like, wow. But, yeah, play a Sonic game?
The bell tower.
Right.
Sure, I'll play Sonic 06. Wow. Yeah, I wasn't sure if doing a stream thing would make me suddenly, like, feel better from, like, occupying my mind with something else, or feel worse. I figured only one way to find out. Feeling a bit worse, but I'll get through. But yeah, I listen to the generations. Oh, do not play 06. That's like one of the greatest video games ever. Convenient cutscene there to just match the amount of time that takes me to cough a bunch. Okay, hold on. I gotta remember here. How do I do my stupid Torgle things? Here. Yeah, like that. Whoops, hold on. And if I launch you into the air, whoops, launch you into the air. Hold on. There were things that I played around with in training mode to figure out how to do. Come on, go! Into the air. Hold on, try it again. Ow! Whatever, just stab him there. Or kick him, whatever, that's fine, I guess. Okay. Okay, yeah, stuff like that I've been playing around a little bit with, but not in a little while. Gonna have to turn this monitor a little bit so I can see that better. I also know some Sonic Team people actually want to remake 06, and they cause a whole controversy, but people don't realize any remake of 06 is far better than the original. Yeah, like, it's really hard to downgrade that. That would be an impressive art to downgrade that. Whoa. Oh, no, I needed to wait a second before teleporting there. Whoa, and I needed to, I don't know what the heck I'm doing! What is this video game? PS6 also fan mod that fixes Sonic 06? Oh, interesting. Also play Sonic 06, the OG is quite an experience, it's what I've heard. I've heard that it is definitely quite the experience. Okay, so like... Okay, and then, I don't know. Ow. Hold on. What if I just run over and I'm like... I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Any changes made in an 06 remake don't matter, as the game canonically is erased from the timeline. Oh, really? I actually did not know that. Here, just take out that guy. What were some things that I was practicing? I gotta remember here. I don't even know. I don't know, something like that? I don't know. I was practicing some things. I have no idea anymore. And then, something like that? I don't know. I don't know. Hey, get out of here. You are so dang rude. Hey. I think that there's also a thing that I can do where I, hold on, if you go into the air, if I, like... Nope, you had too low health to try it. I can, like, start smacking them down and then jump and, like, kind of reset them. I'm fairly certain. Alright, let's just do this. How about... Bring Silver the Hedgehog back, you absolute scoundrels. Good character run by his shit first game. Yeah. That's what I have definitely heard here. Ow! Shooting me in the back there. Game ends with the events of the game being erased from the timeline. Oh. I've seen the full story of Sonic 06 before, but not in a long time, and not exactly paying 100% attention to it or anything like that. I don't believe... Hey, stop. It only shows up in Generation because the place Generation takes place in is the literal temporal dumping ground. Oh. Whoa. That's not good. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. No need to worry. Whoops. Okay, just like... Stop. Please stop. You are so dang mean. How about I do this? And then I whittle down that bar like this. And then something like this. I don't know. And then that. This will do big damage. Probably. And then for the last little smidge, sure. Just staring you on your bed, nice. Yeah, the photos that you've posted in the Discord server have been super cute, I will say. Okay, I'm like getting into the flow state a little bit more again. Whoa, I dodged way too early there, but it's fine. It would seem. Okay, that's okay. And then I do this, and then I do this. And then I do this. Like that. And then something like that. And then sure, a little bit more of this. Oh, guess I didn't even really need to pop the bar there. I got a little bit overexcited. I'm remembering how to play this video game a little bit.
We'll have to find a way around.
Oh. Wait, what? I can't tell what's what. It's so dark. I feel like I'm playing Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess right now. I can't see shit. Can I jump this? No. Climb this and up and over. No, okay. That looks like maybe an interactable door. I don't know. No. Not all the way back I came, I assume. Gotta be something here. Just some way around. Can I get in there and then that's a way around? Nope, doesn't seem like I can get up there. That's not interactable. That's not a way to go. That's not interactable either. Man. What is with the Twilight Princess graphics? They're very silly sisters, sound like it there. Yeah, I'm hoping to adopt a doggo myself soon, but I haven't really had the energy for it the past couple weeks. Oh, interactable thing here. So my search has been like temporarily on hold lately when it comes to doggo to adopt. So at this point, maybe it'll happen sometime shortly in the new year. I don't know. We shall see what ends up happening. Wait, is there any loot here first? Oh, nothing in the corner. Okay. Just making sure. And then that. Ooh, what am I at now? Alright, well, I'm pretty good. And then, like... I don't know. No more cats. You lost your first pet a cat a while ago. Gonna wait longer, but an opportunity arose. Yeah, I figured that something like that might happen with me when it comes to doggos. Have your children. Nice. I'm glad that that's going well there. Okay, and then... I don't know. I'm trying to, like, play around with some different ideas to see, like, what kind of combos I can pull off.